Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful that you came back and checked your girl out. This is your first time checking me out. Welcome. If you're a returning member, much love. I decided to do a video this week just being a bit more positive. I've had time to register, angry, give white folks the side eye on the train, detox this election out of my system. I'm gonna spread a little bit more positivity for the remainder of this trash ass year. So I decided to do a video kind of highlighting the little small moments of black girl magic we've had this year. A lot of it kind of got swept underneath the rug or didn't really get highlighted that well, or maybe we didn't really see the importance of it because it got overshadowed by the bullshit of this election. So I just want to take a small moment and kind of just give props to black women this year because we showed up and we showed out like we always do. I mean, you know, the election numbers don't lie. So let's get started. For those who know me personally, you already know this. For those who are new to this channel, I absolutely adore Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter, Blue Ivy's mama, Jay-Z's wife, Mama Tina's eldest child. I love her. This year was an amazing year for her, just starting off with like Super Bowl Sunday and her performance of Formation, the old Michael Jackson, the Black Panther vibes, the choreo, literally defying gravity and still hitting an 8 count. Like, it was so amazing. Not me, but you know. I really felt like that was just a real moment of just not really giving a fuck and being really unapologetically black. And I know for a lot of people, they really are so quick to want to cover their bases and not want to upset, you know, one fan base, another fan base. For Beyonce to be so concrete in who she is and the place she is in music, for her to do performance like that, and like that's nothing that we're like, you know, reaching in for stars for. We know for a fact that it's just a black ass performance. Like, that's amazing. Fast forward to Lemonade, like an entire film about this whole album. Lemonade was one of those albums for me this year that I absolutely adored. It really explored like betrayal, the role you are supposed to have as a woman in a relationship, as a black woman in a relationship, a successful one in a relationship, how you're supposed to act and how you're supposed to accept certain behaviors that are done to you. It was hurt, it was betrayal, it was knowing when to surrender, knowing when to forgive, knowing when to love again. All those notes are explored in this album, and it really meant like a lot to see, for me to see Beyonce like that, because like Beyonce used to be this real manufactured person, and you know, it was almost like robotic. But to see this like blooming of Beyonce and just her kind of letting us in to this moment in her life and how she survived it through music, I thought it was a wonderful album. I like tear. I well up when I hear All Night because it's a beautiful song. Then you have like Sorry and Hold Up, of course. You know, all these. Don't Hurt Yourself. Don't Hurt Yourself should honestly, like, that's iconic. To be honest, iconic. The whole album is amazing. The whole Lemonade film was amazing. I probably watched it like 8-10 times at this point. It's with the poetry, everything. Right now the poet is escaping me. I'll put it down below, but all the interludes she does where she recites these poems, it's just like, it's I don't know. It was a weird thing. Beyonce's a strong woman, and she comes off as this very strong and, you know, stoic woman. And for her to kind of just shed herself and kind of show her hurt in this album, it meant a lot to me. It resonated with me deeply, and it's one of those albums that it ain't for everybody. Put it like that. You know, it was, if you've been through it, then you know. And you know why it gets to you. You know why you cry at certain songs. If you've been through it, you get it. Then you get the Formation tour. Wonderful. I took my sister to go in Detroit. We went to her show at Ford Field. My first time seeing Beyonce, I cried. It was amazing. Just I wasn't ready. And for someone to sound that amazing live, I have no words. If you can see Beyonce live, see Beyonce live. You're in for a show. To round off music, let's talk about the other Knowles sister, and that is Solange Knowles, who released an album later this year called Seat at the Table. It was just it was a wonderful self-love album, and I adored it. Songs like Cranes in the Sky, Weary, Rise, Mad, Don't Touch My Hair, FUBU. Lemonade was the album you played right after you burnt your husband's shit, Bernadine style, right? A Seat at the Table is what you played like 7 months after, where you're not really sure who you are or where you fit in this life anymore. That's what you played. That's the album you played to kind of find yourself again. It's a beautiful love story about just loving yourself, to be honest, and just getting over life's hurdles and trying to understand where you stand in this world. I can't even explain how beautiful that album was. When it got up to top of the Billboard 200, I was like, rightfully so. Solange, I know it took a lot for you to make an album like this, and I truly appreciate it. I want nothing but the best for her. Y'all stop sleeping on her. Her voice sounds amazing. The production was amazing. So many people were involved with this album, and I feel almost like it was like she took parts of me and put it on there, because I felt so like that Cranes in the Sky song is so close to me, because I'm just like, wow, you really, like Lauryn Hill style, you found my letters and just read each one out loud. A Seat at the Table was a wonderful, beautiful album, and appreciative. Like, both sisters are two different sounds that are appreciated and needed at this time. Moving on to the summer of 2016, we went to Rio and basically came for gold and left with gold. I don't even have the time to list the number of black women who came and showed out in Rio this summer. Like, so all the Simones, Gabbies, everybody on the gymnastics team, everybody on our track team. Like, we came to show out. One job, get gold. Achieved. I couldn't have been more prouder to see lines of so many black women just receiving gold and silver, just out here achieving greatness. Didn't we? I think we won all 3 places for like the 100 meter. I'm probably saying the wrong fucking race, but it was 3 American women to win all 3 places. Like, bruh. Even though people were saying little comments and being disrespectful over Twitters and social media to Gabby Douglas, like, mama, you have like 10 gold medals at this point. That's 10 more than a lot of people motherfucking don't have. Like, that is all types of greatness right there. I can't even, the amount of training that goes into you being able to even be qualified for the Olympics and to go there and then come back with gold, that's fucking crazy. I couldn't be more prouder, because I know I ain't athletic. I had a honey bun before I did this video. And that type of discipline and dedication, you can't bottle that. There is no Space Jam, you know, magic soda to drink. You just, if you have it, then you have it. And those girls had it, and I couldn't have been more prouder. Issa Rae, our favorite awkward black girl, got herself a show on prime time, like good premium cable, bitch. Like, you gotta pay for this. Like, you're not, I don't know, ABC, CBS bullshit, nigga. Like, this is, you pay it for this. On HBO, it's called Insecure. From start to finish, I've loved it. I have been really into this show. It's one of those shows where you're like, okay, Issa, I hate you. Like, I really hate you now. Like, I cannot believe that I dislike you so much in this show. I really have to give it to Issa for her to write a show where she knew she would be putting herself to be this villain or this not likable character. And that's, I mean, like, I feel like as a writer, wouldn't you be inclined to make yourself like the hero or like the victim who gets like rescued or whatever? And she didn't do that. Wrote herself unapologetically this awkward girl who just makes mistakes and does dumb shit because doesn't have her life all figured out. And I can say she successfully did that because I can't stand her character. But it's just a really good show. I think we're like 6 episodes in right now. Yeah, as a person who, like, you know, loves Shonda and all the other black women on TV, I'm really proud of her for her making this show that has gotten me so attached. And she's not, it's not awkward black girl. I'll tell you that much. She's grown from that. It's no longer that kind of premise. I definitely implore you guys to watch it. You know, call up your ex and get his HBO Go account. Do something. You can definitely check it out. I believe she has an episode or 2 on YouTube for the free. But you should definitely, like, you can take a moment to binge watch. It's like 30 minutes per episode. It's really, really good. And I can't wait for next episode. I'm not going to spoil that. But just know that Issa ain't shit in this show. And I hope next week she get hers. Speaking of TV, also a big shout out to Ava DuVernay, if I am pronouncing that correctly. I feel like I am. She directed and did a documentary on Netflix called 13th. I'm not going to talk too much about it because we're being positive. Just definitely go watch it. It's really good. It's a really good documentary on the jail system and its imbalance when it comes to treatment of African Americans and minorities, and how we're not as progressed as we think. We know that, but to see it, it's something else. It's on Netflix. All of us got Netflix, even if we don't pay for Netflix. So you should definitely take your time, pick a day, have some friends over, watch it. Outside of film and writing, huge shout out to Lovey Ajayi, who wrote this wonderful book called I'm Judging You. The shady ass book, and it's definitely going to get your life together. I had just started reading it. I haven't finished it yet. So far, I have been cracking up and taking notes, bitch, because I am 25. I need to gather all this shit the fuck up because the sloppy life ain't cute no more. This book has been great. I'm so proud of her. I've been following her for years now, from Facebook, her website, her Twitter. She's my auntie in my head, to be honest. Definitely cop Lovey. I am so proud of you. I'm a huge fan. Despite the bullshit of last week, we did get some good out of it because so many black women, women of color, were elected into government positions. We had Kamala Harris in California and Islan Omar in Minnesota, which is like a first, I believe. She's like the first person of color they've ever had for as a legislator, I believe. It's been a lot of wins that we've had when it comes to women getting into government positions. And I know it's not much, and I believe Kamala is like the third black woman to ever be elected into Senate. We have so much more to do for the women of color who won last week. I don't want your wins to be overshadowed from the bullshit. I, for one, am super proud of you. This is a small step into making really big change for everybody who voted for you. Thank you for believing in that change. I cannot wait to see what you women do. I am supporting you all the way. I truly believe that we will have a woman president, and she may be a black woman. And that's probably what we need more than anything, because clearly we get shit done. And last but not least, just a quick shout out to any of y'all who have been in school doing a damn thing, being great mothers, great friends, at your job, killing it, in life, killing it, getting out of bed when you don't feel like it, going out and getting help when you feel like you need to get help. All the small wins you had this year. When your twist out was dry, when your nails was looking good, when your ankles wasn't ashy and you got that due number. If you got with a nigga this year, if you broke up with a nigga this year, if you lost weight, if you gained weight, if you had a small win this year, then you, my dear, are black girl magic, and I am so proud of you. And I feel like we should all take a moment to celebrate the small wins that we had this year. As a black woman to a fellow black woman, keep shining, queen. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to follow me on Tumblr. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. You know, feel free to, hey, hit me up at any one of those things. Feel like I may have missed anybody who needs to be recognized, or you just want to like, hey, say your own little piece. Feel free to make a comment down below about what you did this year and your version of Black Girl Magic. I mean, stay fresh, my queen.